Certainly the inn was very old, and there was a curious Latin inscription over the door which I found rather puzzling. Ad portam, noli cum. Do not linger at the door. Very well.
An Englishman.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the Golden Light.
I'm glad to know it's a welcome, not a warning. The inscription above your door.
Oh, that. Great, isn't it? Been there donkeys years. As far as I'm concerned, it means if you want good food and a comfortable bed at a reasonable price, hurry inside. Right, gentlemen?
Excellent. And now I propose to stay in Viborg for 2 or 3 weeks. Have you a quiet room large enough to use as both a bedroom and a study?
A nice quiet room with a bit of extra space. Well, sir, if you wouldn't mind being on the second floor.
No.
I've got just the thing. Room 12. Will you see it? This way.
Thank you.
You're English, if I'm not mistaken, sir.
Yes.
And yet you have the middle name of Undersen.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
German?
No, English.
I've never met an Englishman. Is he young?
What's up to you?
The English are very lordly, aren't they? Will he shout at me if I don't understand what he says?
I should say it'd be more like Captain Dreyer.
Captain Dreyer.
My own captain in the army. Queer fella. He'd be all quiet one moment, and then he'd get his stick and swish up with you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my family moved to England from Denmark some time ago.
Oh, really?
Yes. 1592.
Mind your head, sir.
How old is this place?
Well, of course, it's been a lot altered and added to over the years, but this part's very old. Late 15th century, or thereabouts, I've been told. There we are.
It's surprising to find a room of this size up here.
Well, it wasn't always as big as this, sir. The landlord before me extended this room, and the one that's now next door to it, by doing away with the third room that used to be in the middle, so to speak.
I see.
Oh, it's a nice, quiet little street. Oh, you get a few wagons up and down during the day, but it's quiet as the grave at night. No houses, you see. That's the side wall of an old warehouse.
Yes, this will suit me admirably.
Yes, well, I think it'll be nice and quiet here, sir. There's only one other gentleman up here at the moment. You see, most of my customers are commercials, I'm afraid, and they prefer the first floor rooms, looking the other way, over the courtyard, so that they can see who's coming and going.
Yes.
And that will bring the house with your luggage. And don't hesitate, make good use of the bell whenever you want room service. You'll find the staff very willing and cheerful, because that's the way I train them.
Yes, I can see that the Golden Lion is all that I was led to expect.
I'm glad to know and recommend it, sir.
This will do very well as a writing table. Thanks for over there, please.
I was saying, nice to know the hotel was recommended.
Huh? Oh, yes. I have Scavenius.
Oh, Scavenius. Would that be the Herr Scavenius, sir? The keeper of the city archives?
Yes, he's a friend of my old tutor at Oxford University. We have been corresponding.
Sir?
About a thesis I'm writing. On the Danish church.
Oh, yes. Hurry up, fellas, the luggage. Can't make it both to get out of bag. Yes, sir, Christian. I've just left room 12 to an Englishman, a very nice, quiet gentleman like yourself, very learned. He's engaged in writing a thesis on the Danish church. Would you believe it?
Well, since you tell me so, Herr Christensen, I am prepared.
A very proper reply for a lawyer, sir. Yes, Gertrude, what is it?
It's a note come to the Englishman and the messenger's waiting for an answer.
Well, take it to him, girl. Herr Beckett won't bite you.
Oh, yes, Herr Christensen.
Girls, anyone a bit out of the ordinary must be the devil in disguise.
Oh. Oh, yes, will you tell the messenger I shall be delighted to dine with Herr Scavenius this evening?
Yes, sir.
Great fire of Viborg was in 1726. It destroyed practically all the medieval city. A tragedy.
At least you have a handsome new cathedral, sir.
Cathedrals should be old and beautiful, not new and handsome.
You started on the punches, Scavenius. I take it you finished with the coffee.
Yes, thank you, Fru Mahler.
You still have a few interesting old buildings left. The Golden Lion, for instance.
That escaped the great fire.
More's the pity.
Fru Mahler scolded me severely for sending you to the Golden Lion.
I assure you, it's an excellent inn, Fru Mahler. I have a very comfortable room.
I have nothing against the Golden Lion as such, Herr Beckett. But to my mind, it's a pity that when they turned the place into an hotel, they didn't make a proper job of it and pull down all of what was there before.
Our housekeeper doesn't appear to share your love of ancient buildings.
She's a typical old Jutlander. A mixture of Protestant piety and primitive superstition. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Old houses are full of cobwebs and spiders. So, they must be haunted by the devil into the bargain.
I must remember that for my chapter on the spirit of Protestant Denmark.
Thank you. Well, it's changed very little in the 350 years of its history. Will you come to the archives office tomorrow? I may show you some letters that passed between Bishop Jorgen Vries, the last Catholic Bishop of Viborg, and a certain Rasmus Andersen.
Rasmus Andersen?
Yes. He was the leader of the local Protestant sect, and a stern, fearless man of God. Rather like your own, 100 years later, Oliver Cromwell. Yes, now the bishop was a very wealthy man. He owned a great deal of property in Viborg. One of his houses was let to a man called Branken. This Branken, according to Anderson, was a disgrace to the city. He practiced secret and wicked rites and made a pact with the devil. You'll find the correspondence very entertaining. Now, Anderson brought down the wrath of God on the Church of Rome for harboring a devil worshipper. And the bishop thundered back with sound and fury. Now, this curious old dog is simply a self-portrait of Nicholas Branken. The only evidence we have is the initials and the sentiments expressed in the title.
Omnis spiritus laudes.
Diabolum.
The whole spirit.
Every spirit praises the devil who worships the devil.
Yes. The eyes are quite remarkable. blasphemous atrocity it is.
Your friend Rasmus Anderson would have approved your moral indignation.
Who won that battle of words?
Well, neither is it happened. Because in the middle of all the fuss, Nicholas Franklin died, struck down by the Almighty, according to the bishop's enemies. But if that were so, the devil got his revenge, because Rasmus Anderson and his family had no luck in Viborg after that. Rasmus suddenly died in the prime of life. His son Jacob went mad and killed himself. And his grandson, another Rasmus, fled the country. Though whether that was to escape the family curse or the troubled times is uncertain.
Where did he go?
Oh, to where all honest Protestants were made welcome in those days, my friend. The England of your good Queen Bess.
What the devil have they done with my truck?
Did you remember to bolt the front door, Herr Scalenius?
Yes, Romana.
Did you see the fire was safe?
I've just been to look.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, keeping young Herr Beckett up here so late.
I saw him back to his hotel. And anyway, it's not that late.
It's time all good Christians were safe asleep in bed.
Hello? Hello there. I say, where's my trunk? Trunk? Yes, my trunk, portmanteau. You carried it up yourself. I put it on a trestle, sir. I know that, but it isn't there anymore. For some reason, it's been removed. Trestle's gone, too, incidentally. It's got all my books in it. The trunk, I mean. What was it you wanted, sir? Well, if you must, sir, I want the book I'm in the middle of reading. Reading? I'm in the habit of reading before I get to bed. Sir? Oh, where is it? You lost the book, sir. I've lost the trunk. It isn't there anymore. Perhaps you didn't look in the right place, sir. I suppose I didn't look in the right place for the bell rope either. Bell rope? The bell rope is also missing. Perhaps you can explain that. Bell rope? Oh, never mind. Let's leave it for the morning.
I suppose you are in the right room, sir.
Of course I'm in the right room. Room 12. So it's larger in the dim light, doesn't it?
Yes, I noticed space is reduced.
Yet my room... Oh, that's no importance to it.
Nice, sir. Oh, don't go crazy.
Oh, my. Say, could you tell me what's happened to my...
Is there too much light for the gentleman?
No, tell me, have you just opened that middle window?
No, sir, no, already.
Well, have you just closed that end window?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure the gentleman, I haven't touched the window. Not since last evening when I closed them through the curtain. Oh, I'm like doing all the bedrooms.
All right. Just thought I left that end window open after I went to bed last night, but I must have been mistaken. What I really wanted to ask you about was my trunk. Will you see that it's returned as soon as possible, please? I don't want it stowed away. Oh, also, could you ask them to bring my bell rope back as soon as possible, too?
There's nothing wrong with the gentleman's bell rope.
Well, I assume there's something wrong with it, otherwise it wouldn't have been removed. Unless someone has stolen my trunk and used the bell rope to lower it from the window. Very well, that's all.
Nonsense. Who would have taken...
I'll just tell you why you sit here, Chris.
You are half asleep and didn't listen properly. The Englishman, did you notice this is trunk there?
Yes, sir, Christian.
There you are, you see. What did I tell you?
But the gentleman said it wasn't.
What was that?
Beckett said someone had taken away his trunk and his bell rope.
That's right.
There you are.
He said they must have lowered the trunk out of the window with the bell rope. That's exactly what he said, not right. We were there as large as life all the time, pretending the window.
What's going on there?
Didn't know where he was. It was very odd.
Yeah, crazy if you are.
Klaus, have you brought down number 3's luggage?
I'm just on my way.
Look sharp, then. Good morning, Herr Beckett.
Morning. I see you done this from 13. Is it meant to bring bad luck?
Exactly. I'm not a superstitious man myself, far from it. But you'll be surprised how many people of lower mentality wouldn't dream of taking a room 13. If it was the only one vacant, it was snowing outside, they'd as soon sleep in the streets.
I see. Then you must be very glad to have found someone willing to take it.
And take what, sir?
Your room 13. Uh-huh.
I haven't got a room 13, sir. That's what I was telling you. Haven't you noticed the room next door to yours is number 14?
And the door in between, the one number 13, is the cover.
There isn't a door in between, sir.
Just when I returned last night, I fancied I saw a door marked 13 in between.
Last night, sir? Oh. Last night. I worried you didn't see it there this morning. Last night. You...
This would be the number of my room.
My dear Herr Beckett, all my apologies. I waited as long as I could, but there was this meeting. It concerned our annual grant. Most important.
It's my fault for arriving so late.
Did you lose your way?
No, to be quite honest, I went for a long walk to clear my head.
Oh, the same sensible Englishman with his passion for fresh air and exercise. Mens sana in corpore sano.
Yes, I'm pretty well convinced I'm still sound in mind and body.
Then I hope my staff have been helpful.
Yes, very helpful, thank you. I'm very grateful to you for putting me onto this correspondence about Nick Franken.
Yeah, I thought it best to bring you in just then. The aperitif before the good solid meal.
Yes, I find this particular aperitif a rather strong brew. The evidence that Nick Franken practiced some form of devil worship is remarkably convincing.
Yeah, but can we trust such evidence? To think of all the poor old women who were burnt as witches because a few stupid, malicious people swore that they had the evil eye or some such nonsense. No, I suspect that Nicholas Franken was more sinned against than sinning.
Yes, my father would have agreed with you about the old women, but not about Nick Franken, I think.
Your father was interested in these matters.
Professionally interested, yes. He was a bishop, a fire-eating bishop. A man who spoke his mind about the devil and all his works. I fancy he'd have seen eye to eye with your Rasmus Andersen about a great many things.
And you? Do you believe that men sell their souls to the devil?
I'm not sure. I suppose it's possible. Your assistant tells me you've been unable to trace the house where Franken lived.
Oh, no. The record of the bishop's property was one of the many old documents destroyed in the fire. But I've no doubt that the house itself was also destroyed.
No doubt. This account of Franken and his devil worship is remarkably vivid. Do you remember it?
Not in detail. It's many years since I read those letters. Oh, they're an interesting sidelight on the religious conflict between the Protestant burghers and the Catholic Church, but isn't it time you turned to more solid fare?
Yes, I will, I promise.
Now, good.
If you will promise me that you will dine with me tonight at the Golden Lion.
I shall be working rather late here, I'm afraid.
No matter, step round afterwards.
Well, I shall be delighted. I've heard about the fish pie.
The later, the better.
Step upstairs and tell Herr Beckett that his guests has arrived. And take your time. I want a little quiet chat with the gentleman.
Yes, Herr Christensen.
Good evening, Herr Sylvanus. I'm delighted to hear that you're going to sample my wife's cooking. I do hope you'll try her fish pie. The best in Viborg, I assure you.
Well, I shall certainly try.
I've sent word to Herr Beckett in room 12 that you arrived. He'll be down in a moment. Let me show you where I hang the hats and coats.
Very nice.
We sometimes have difficulty in understanding your friend.
His accent, you mean?
Oh, no. His Danish is excellent, but some of the things he says don't seem to make sense in any language. That's the honest truth.
Well, I'm afraid that young English scholars are inclined to use long words and to throw in a few Latin tags in the course of conversation.
No, I don't mean that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We can understand the gentleman, but the things he says and some of the things he does make him seem a rather odd gentleman.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, I wouldn't mention it. The fact is, he's got the girl who does his room a bit worried. She's a sensible girl as a rule, but she's getting a bit nervous of Herr Beckett.
Has this stupid girl suggested that Herr Beckett has behaved with any impropriety?
Oh, good heavens, no, sir. Oh, my God. You see, he sees things which aren't there, and he doesn't see things which are there. And this morning she saw him peeping into the next room. Mind you, he said he was taking his room. I dare say that's about the size of it. The girl insists it wasn't so.
I am sure that the Phoenix Hotel or Chrysler's would have been glad to accommodate a fashionable young gentleman like Herr Beckett, but he wrote me that he wanted somewhere quiet in order that he might get on with his work. That is why I recommended that he should honor the Golden Lion with his custom. I did not foresee that your staff, who are no doubt quite at home with commercial travelers, would be unused to the ways of an English gentleman.
I've had a word with the gentleman who was coming to dine with Herr Beckett, and I don't want to hear any more of your nonsense about the Englishman being out of his head. You behave yourself and yourself. None of your stupid stares or giggles.
Yes, Herr Christensen.
Anyway, I'm glad that you have such a splendid room.
You will see that the room next door is number 14.
Yes?
I am number 12. So, there is no room 13.
Well, obviously not. It does not surprise me in this part of Denmark is riddled with superstition.
Yet last night when I returned, I could have sworn I saw a door number 13 in between the other two.
Curious how the eyes always see what they expect to see.
Gertrude, Herr Beckett and his guest will take the soup, and then cold plate for Herr Beckett and fish pie for his guest, and they'll both bring glass.
Yes, Herr Christensen.
All right, leave that. You will hear later. Getting too big for her boots, that girl.
An excellent room. Not enough. You can spread yourself comfortably when you're working.
Yes, I have plenty of space during the day. Not so much at night.
Why is that?
Well, last night I had the impression that one end of my room had been sliced off.
That's a curious illusion.
Particularly of several objects in that part of the room. A window, my trunk, and the bell rope. disappeared at the same time.
Into thin air or into the shadows of your room? One's first night in a strange room can lead to all sorts of confusion. Nothing is ever where it is at home.
But you find everything at the end. I couldn't find my trunk till the next morning. I searched for it very thoroughly the night before.
The night before? Oh, the night before you were tired and sleepy after a long journey. And all that food and drink I pressed on you. You said you might be expecting another guest in your room later.
He is not my guest, at least he's an uninvited one.
No matter how's his name.
I'm not sure that I know his name, although I think I may.
You speak in riddles, my friend.
You see that man who's just leaving?
Yes?
That's Herr Jensen, my neighbor in room 14.
He looks quiet enough.
I understand. He's a very respectable man. Can you imagine him dancing naked in the middle of his room at night in front of a sort of brazier on top of an altar?
No, indeed, I cannot.
That's the sort of behavior Nicholas Franken used to do.
What has Nicholas Franken's behavior to do with Herr Jensen?
Very little, in my opinion. I had a look in Herr Jensen's room this morning. There was no object resembling an altar. Also, his room has 3 windows the same as mine. Yet last night, reflected on a wall opposite my room, I saw a room with 2 windows next to mine.
Christopher said, that Englishman is mad. Should everything be said? These other gentlemen get ever so worried that it's not to show.
Yes, we'll be having more trouble with number 12 before we're through.
Yes, let us suppose in the days when this was a private dwelling house, there were still 3 rooms up here where there are now 2. This middle one was used as a place of private worship by someone who followed very strange gods.
Nicholas Franken is an extra.
Exactly. Now let us suppose that when this person met his death, some etheric force still lingered in this room, and that my very presence, for some reason, activated this force. Might it not try to materialize in its former surroundings? And if it did indeed succeed in recreating this vanished room for a few hours, might it not perform a dance of triumph and worship to its satanic master?
So, you're convinced you were not dreaming when you saw the shadow, then?
No, I know I'm no more dreaming than I am now. You see how this accounts for all our difficulties. The objects which disappeared, the window, the trunk, the bell rope, did indeed disappear into room 13, and when they reappeared the next morning, room 13 had vanished. Do you think I have accounted satisfactorily for these intriguing phenomena?
When did you first learn that there were 3 rooms originally?
The landlord told me when he first arrived.
And then I told you about Nicholas Franken. I showed you that queer old picture. And Frau Mahler hinted at some old wives' tale about the Golden Lion. And then, after a day which began with a long, tiring journey and ended with a late evening of sober indulgence, you went back to a strange room in a strange city. I think what a strange jumble of events your mind must have gathered by that time.
I imagine I dreamed half of it, you imagine the rest.
I'm sure of it. And I blame myself for being too eager a host. And for filling your head with all that Franken nonsense on your first night in Weigel.
Now, it's I who should apologize to you for assuming that you would share my interest in these phenomena. I'm very sorry you must have had an extremely wearisome evening. I wonder if you noticed anything last night.
My dear, I can't take it. And I suggest you say nothing of these ideas of yours. Or at least, not until you've had a good night's rest.
Very well.
Good night. And sleep well.
No, I'll see you downstairs.
No, it's quite unnecessary.
was all an hallucination.
Landlord, I haven't spoken to these. I feel perhaps I owe you an apology. I must confess that on closer acquaintance, I do find Henrik rather impressionable.
See, sir, does that mean... Quiet! Do you care for a glass of schnapps in my office before you go, Herr Stavelius? I understand you've been responsible for the gentleman, the thing that you recommended him to stay.
Very well.
Who is it? Can you hear it too, or am I going out of my mind?
Yes, I can hear it.
There's no room here. There is no door 13.
Stay there. I'll fetch the landlord. Maybe that will convince him.
Hey, youngster! Hey, youngster!
Soft, chewy toffee, rich milk chocolate, Rolo. Rolo makes the day go round. Because Rolo has separate pieces to give you breaks of pleasure whenever you need one. Rolo makes the day go round. You know, you could put a new Gillette Super Silver blade in your razor, shave, go to a business conference in Leipzig, accidentally stumble on a secret rocket launching site, be arrested by the Volkspolizei. You're grilled for 6 days and say nothing. Suddenly grab a paperweight and hurl the lamp and plunge the room into darkness. Throw yourself at the first man and fell him with a chop to the throat, and give a forearm smash to the second man, and grab his gun and blast your way out of the building and over the border and hitchhike home. And you'd still be getting a marvelously comfortable shave from that very same blade. A heck of a lot can happen during the long, long life of a Gillette Super Silver.
Look for holding power that won't wash out the new Surroundstep crisscross girdle, made of long-lasting wonder elastic, not rubber. Wear it, wash it. Holding power won't wash out. New Surroundstep's holding power won't wash out. Now in black or white wonder elastic from 39 and 11. New Surroundstep long line stretch bra too, also in wonder elastic.
Colds or flu, Beecham's powders, extra fine powder for fast relief. vanished. My lord, it was a warning. That Porta Noli Contari, do not linger at the door. It meant the door of room 13, of course. I didn't realize it was too late. Oh, yes.
In heaven's name is happening here?
Yes, you all right, thank God.
I've been aroused from the city deep sleep by a lot of shouting and banging, otherwise I'm all right. Now, Actress Spencer, will you tell me, please, what is happening here? Oh, so unkindly, enlighten me. Sorry, Sir Jensen. As you see, Beck has been taken ill. You come with us, sir. Into the house.
Yes, you must surely remember something. Room 13, that door opening, that invisible devil dragging you in. That voice, Herr Jensen, you must surely remember that hideous voice. It brought you rushing to my room. Surely you remember that.
I know nothing of this room you speak of, or of the number 13, or of the voice that brought me rushing to your room. All I know is I was sleeping peacefully until I was aroused by this disturbance for me.
What? Wait! Shall we go back to your room? When the doctor arrived, we had a desperate time persuading him to take his sleeping draught. We got it down in the end. Must have been very strong. The doctor said it would be safe to leave him until morning. The landlord insisted on binding his hands. We locked the door and shuttered the windows in case he tried to jump out. Tomorrow we shall have to send him to the hospital. But I'll notify the British consul. The sooner the poor fellow's sent back to England, the better.
It didn't seem to me the sort to go off his head.
You've only seen and heard him from a mile out.
I'm Fireball, born and bred, Herr Scavenius. It's more than can be said for you, or the landlord of the Golden Lion. When I was a girl, I heard many a queer tale about the Golden Lion. But it wasn't an hotel in those days, just a dark old house. Nobody stayed in for long. Always changing hands it was. They said it was haunted. Suppose Herr Beckett isn't mad. Have you thought of that?
If he isn't mad, then Herr Jensen must have been lying, and that's...
What is it, Herr Scavenius?
I was just thinking. Just for a moment. Herr Jensen's expression. I should go back.
There's no sense in that. What's done is done. In my way of thinking, it's time the Almighty took a hand in it. There'd be no harm in reminding him.
Who's there? Do you recognize me, Herr Alderson?
Yes. Now I recognize you.
I can help you escape. I am going to open the window, and you will come with me. Then you will be safe. Safe. Very safe.
Thirsty, need a drink. Untie my hands, Herr Jensen. There's something I need.
Need nothing.
remembered nothing for a few moments. Then he started screaming. I've never known a man in such an extremity of fear. The real Jensen had returned, you see, from the outer darkness into which his spirit had been cast. I fear I had been the cause of the trouble. Nicholas Franken had tried, through me, to revenge himself on that distant ancestor of mine who had so harried him, and whom he had cursed. The inn was, indeed, once Franken's house. Here had been the door into the room. Now we were trying to root out the poison once and for all. Any trace of Franken that might remain in that accursed room must be found and destroyed. The things we found are better not spoken of. It is enough to say that they were burned, and quickly.
The good landlord still insists that it was all a fuss over nothing, and that Jensen and I were mad. But one can hardly blame him. After all, to think otherwise might be bad for trade.
In just a few moments, the National Stakes, next on ABC.
Now, try this new way to accent your face. Cross your heart, see? You're suddenly shapelier. Well, that's what this new Playtex Cross Your Heart cotton bra does. It crosses your heart with stretch, to lift and separate. You're suddenly shapelier. This Cross Your Heart shaping is only on the new Playtex Cross Your Heart bra. You'll be suddenly shapelier, honestly.
Only Hoover gets our grit like this, because only Hoover has this built-in carpet beater. Only Hoover gets our dust, fluff, and damaging grit. And here's the proof. See how dust and fluff float on top, while the grit sinks to the bottom? There's grit like that in your carpet now. Unless you've got a Hoover. Hoover with the built-in carpet beater. Want to say, welcome home. Let Milk Tray say it for you. Want to say, I love you. Let Milk Tray say it for you. Want to say, congratulations. Let Cadbury's Milk Tray say it for you. Most women prefer milk chocolates, and Milk Tray are her favorite centers and her favorite chocolate. When you want to say something nice, let Milk Tray say it for you.
They look smart.
But suppose their clothes were white. They'd see how dirty they really are. Look where the hidden dirt builds up. Its jagged edges wear away at the cloth, taking the life out of the clothes. Nasty. Go to your dry cleaner immediately, Bob. This way, sir. Dry cleaned clothes look smarter, last longer.
Sometimes, just when you're settling down for a quiet day's work, it comes in. You've got McVitie. It grows and grows until you've got it. A McVitie's ginger nut. Crisp and hot with the hottest ginger. McVitie's can make you feel a bit of a Daniel. But there's nothing like McVitie's for putting some ginger in your life.
This is Domestos. This is dirty water full of germs. Now watch. Domestos destroys the dirt, and it's wiping out the germs completely. Domestos is more powerful than any other germ killer because Domestos has the extra strength to clean away the dirt germs breathe in.
use it where the germs are. Domestos kills all known germs. Dead.
This is probably the most perfect package ever designed. Slim, compact, cleverly proportioned. Pleasant to handle. And invented by Yardley. It's got a mirror, a puff, and rich Yardley cream powder. This is the new Slender Slim Compact by Yardley, and it costs only 5 and 4. A slender stroke of genius from Yardley.
There is now enough destructive power in the hands of the world's military powers to end civilization as we know it. And in Struggle for Peace, tomorrow at 1:40, we examine the systems of warning and defense in wartime. That's at 1:40 tomorrow afternoon. But right now it's time